Urgent Birds fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest birds news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Eagles. PHLI Eagles podcast. Are the Eagles really going to cut bait with Dallas Goedert? We're back from the league meetings and ready to get to ball, with the big question dangling from the owners' meetings being the apparent looming departure of Dallas Goedert. Are Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, and Nick Sirianni really willing to cast aside their number 3 option in the passing game without an obvious replacement? And who are the tush-push enemies? It's a full cast, with Jamie Lynch and Devin Given in studio with Bo Wolf before Zach Berman joins the fray. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Eagles Nation news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie makes decision on White House visit. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't get a chance to visit the White House in 2018 after President Donald Trump rescinded their invitation. This time around, the Eagles' invite is active. Philadelphia owner Jeffrey Lurie spoke about the opportunity on Tuesday at the NFL League meetings. To be celebrated at the White House is a good thing, Lurie told the Philadelphia Inquirer. Lurie shared more, when you grow up and you hear about, the championship team got to go to the White House, that's what this is. So we didn't have that opportunity, and now we do. I think we're all looking forward to it. It remains to be seen whether all the Eagles players will attend, news that will surely come out in the days ahead. For now, though, it sounds like Eagles Green will be in D.C. soon enough. Eagles All-Pro DT could reset market with projected $168 million contract extension. If you're listening closely to what the Philadelphia Eagles have been saying during the annual NFL owners meetings, you'll find a common theme from owner Jeffrey Lurie, general manager Howie Roseman, and head coach Nick Sirianni when it comes to the roster. Even after winning the Super Bowl on February 9th, the roster needs to be overhauled to sustain that success. That means paying the young stars on the roster in the coming years, which means stockpiling cash for what will certainly be some of the biggest contracts in NFL history. At the very front of that group will be NFL All-Pro defensive tackle Jalen Carter, who was just the best player on a Super Bowl-winning defense in 2024 in just his second season, and will almost certainly reset the market for his position and perhaps become the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history after the 2025 season. Projection: Eagles star defensive lineman Jalen Carter is projected to sign a 4-year, $168 million contract extension when he is eligible next offseason, ML Football wrote on its official X account on March 23rd. Carter is only 23 years old and is already a Super Bowl champion, All-Pro Pro Bowler. It will be a historic deal. Eagles got all-time value on Carter in 2023 NFL Draft. If there is a theme coming into focus for Carter's football career, it's a pretty simple one. Put him on your defense, and your team will win championships. At the University of Georgia, Carter was the best player on defenses that won consecutive college football playoff national championships following the 2021 and 2022 seasons, earning unanimous All-American honors in 2022. Carter was projected as the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, but saw his draft stock plummet following a serious off-field incident that dropped him into the Eagles' laps with the number 9 overall pick. When assessing a player's draft grade, we take into consideration areas like traits, toughness, explosiveness, skill level, potential for growth, and positional projections, NFL draft analyst Lance Zierlein wrote before the 2023 draft. Across the board, Carter checks out in a big way. With Carter and his 4-year, $21.8 million rookie contract, the Eagles have got the kind of value probably only comparable in recent history to what the Kansas City Chiefs got out of quarterback Patrick Mahomes when he led his team to a Super Bowl win in his second season as a starter in 2019. Breaking down current market for defensive tackles, it's worth taking a look at the current market for defensive tackles to get an idea of just how valuable Carter is to the Eagles. The current highest-paid defensive tackle in the NFL is 3-time Super Bowl champion Chris Jones, who signed a 5-year, $158.7 million contract with the Chiefs in March 2024 that included $95 million in guaranteed money. A better template for what Carter might aspire to in terms of a contract extension would be the deals for edge rushers. Cleveland Browns edge rusher Myles Garrett is currently the NFL's highest-paid defensive player with a 4-year, $160 million contract extension. He signed on March 9th a deal that will likely be exceeded by Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons. In the coming months, Eagles vs. Roger Goodell battle mirrors The Godfather. Theme sometimes life imitates art. Even in the National Football League, that can be true. For the Philadelphia Eagles, however, their current situation is as close as ever to a scene from the Academy Award-winning film The Godfather, and not for the better at this point. In the 1972 mob film, the main character, Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, is in an intense battle between his crime family and a neighboring one, the Tattaglia family. Throughout the movie, the feud grows to a point where Vito is shot, and he ends up losing a son to a shooting. Near the end, Don Corleone is placed in a meeting with all the heads of the 5 crime families in New York, where he realizes that Tattaglia was never his enemy, but instead discovered the entire feud was orchestrated from the shadows by Don. Barzini as a way to consolidate power. Following that meeting, Don Corleone speaks with his advisor saying, "But I didn't know until this day that it was Barzini all along. The Eagles may have just gotten their taste of that exact quote because of their unstoppable play. Philadelphia's tush-push has been hotly contested for years now. They run the play at a success rate of over 90 and has had many fans, owners, and coaches all complaining for a number of different reasons about the legality of it. Originally, it was the Green Bay Packers who put a rule proposal to ban the play in its entirety. At league meetings, though, owner Roger Goodell made it clear that he was on board with the rule change. Roger Goodell is going to massage it, and he's going to work the owners, and he's going to get the votes he needs. He works for the owners, and his job is to represent what he feels is best for the league. I'm just telling you, I don't think he wants the play in there," ESPN's Adam Schefter said. "The commissioner, to me, doesn't seem like he wants the tush-push. I think he and others think it's a boring play. I think they think it's just a boring play that doesn't belong in the game." Schefter's reporting is simple, and it's very similar to the scene from The Godfather. It wasn't the Packers who truly had the main issue with the tush-push, just as Tattaglia wasn't the main rival for the Corleone family. Goodell needed a respected team to go out of their way to propose the ban. From there, he would get the votes needed to pass the change, and while another vote has been pushed to May, the outcome appears to be simple. Goodell wants a playout, and he will most likely get it. All Eagles owner